Hello and welcome to our exciting journey of converting this 2015 Mercedes Sprinter van into a fully functional camper van. I'm Laura and together with my husband Dave, we'll be completing the entire build ourselves. Well, that said, Dave will be doing the lion's share of the work. This van is Dave's old reliable workhorse, and since retiring, we've decided to transform it into a camper so we can hit the road and chase our dreams of adventure, whilst also taking you guys along for the ride. We are no stranger to van life, having previously owned a coach-built motorhome and also a classic Mercedes 811, which sadly gave up on us. This time around, we have a clear idea of what will work best for our needs, and hopefully this build will realise our vision. Join us this week as we turn our attention to the base of the van. The floor gets some much needed TLC in the form of anti-rust sealant paint. In its previous life, the van held a high pressure water jetter. Try saying that after a few. So as you can imagine, there were plenty of water spills. So once the floor is prepped, the insulation work can commence. So Dave's been giving the van a wash over. I came up from a walk yesterday with Missy there to find him washing the van in the rain. He said it's the best time to wash it. So, and we've been and got some insulation for the flooring. Now we didn't get Kingspan because, well, we was doing reviews and Kingspan's really expensive. So we got the Era board. We've read good reviews on it. You know, it's just to put some extra insulation in the floor. And then we've also got the heat insulation vapor barrier roll, haven't we, Dave? Which is going to go on some of the side panels still. So when all this is done, Dave's been battening it out just so that there's no movement when you actually walk on it. We're going to put ply over the top.
Yeah, we've got some marine ply.
So we're going to put some marine ply over the top, which is really sturdy.
And then we've got some wood flooring.
And then, yeah, we've got some leftover wood flooring, which we used in one of the rooms in the house, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we've got about 3 packs of that. So we're going to put that down just because it's easy to sweep out. And, well, why not use materials that we've already got rather than going out and buying more and more? It's all about recycling, I think, and keeping the cost down. So yeah, he's on with this, but he's a bit miffed because he said it's not a very exciting job, is it? So once he's got this done, he can get on to starting to build bed frames and what have you when all the flooring's down and that. So still lots and lots to do, and we need to get some ply to go across the ceiling. We've left space there, and then if you see one at the back, because that's where we're gonna have skylights, you know, the pop-up vent type windows, because obviously the bed will be at the back, so it'll be quite nice on a clear night to look up and see the stars. So that's where we're up to at the minute. It doesn't smell quite as farmy anymore because of the sheep's wool. So yeah, what else have we got here? We got some, it's like a fake leather material. It's sticky on the back as well. For covering up some panelling and on the inside of the door and things like that. But it's all work in progress. And the cab needs a jolly good clean as well. So yeah, that's where we're up to. And hopefully we'll keep plugging away and we'll be able to get away in it soon. I think I'd like to get away in it even when we've still got stuff to do, like putting the, you know, the skylights in and stuff, because all that can come afterwards, as can a fire in the corner and stuff. But you know, once you've got your bed up and stuff, get a couple of camping chairs and a camping stove and you're good to go. So that's where we're up to. There we go. Oh, here he is, he's back. More battening. I best leave him to it. Yeah. Hey Missy, you're going to go in the van, aren't you, as well? We're going to go in the van, aren't we? There's some trips. Missy's 5, aren't you? You're 5. You're going to be 6, aren't you, in June? You're a big girl now, aren't you? She says I am. And she keeps trying to steal bird food off the bird feeder. She's a monkey. She needs to lose a little bit of chunk on that belly, don't you? Anyway. Okay. So, this is the current state of play. So as you can see here, Dave's made a seat. We're going to put some cushion on top and you know, get some foam and cover it up with material so it's actually comfortable. And you can't really see because we've got stuff on it, but it's obviously storage underneath as well. We're going to plan on putting the power bank under there, and it's also acts as the step so that you can get through to the cab if you need to. I'll step up. He's on with the bed frame, so it does look big. We have opted for king size because we want to be comfortable, and like I said before, we've got 2 lurchers, so quite big, and one of them tends to sleep in the bottom of our bed. I'm just standing on all the tools here. Yeah, so tends to sleep on the bottom of our bed. The other one will sleep on a bed here, and yeah, so he's got to get all the slats. He's building everything from scratch, so he's obviously got to batten it out along the side and then get the slats on each side. We're going to have a garage area underneath from like the wheel arches across. Here's the workman now. He's actually got safety gear on for once. And he's just started building what will be the kitchen worktop area. So this will all be done. He's going to do it with a bit of shape to it. It's not just going to be straight. He said he's going to like curve it somehow. I don't know. And so this side here, we're going to have the sink and the water bottle underneath, and then obviously the grey water bottle. And on the right hand side, we think we're just going to kind of split it in half, so have a shelf, and then we can have like the air fryer, any crockery, stuff like that in, rather than shelving it all and then having, you know, small space which you can't really put anything in apart from odds and sods. So that's where we're up to. We need to sand off all of this paneling. This is his original paneling from when it was his works van, so as you can see there's all like resin on here and stuff. So we're going to sand all that back, paint it. We've already got some paint, so we're going to paint that. Oh gosh. And that'll change the look of it completely. And yeah, the floor's going to be painted as well. We've got a dark charcoal floor paint, because most of the floor in theory will be covered by, you know, the furniture. So you kind of have your step up here and then a little walkway which we'll just put runners down. So there's no point putting a load of flooring in, paying a load of money for nothing. So that's where we're up to. I can hear him sawing and grinding stuff in the back. So yeah, there we go. Looking forward to making more progress and the prospect of getting away in it.
Okay, unscrew it, I'll go and clean that up, cut it and I'll fit that. And then I'm going to put some edges around here And then when I've done that, I can put some slats in.
It's a freezing cold one today. It's been lovely weather. Blue sky, fluffy clouds, but temperature is still not quite spring. So where are we up to? Excuse that, that's just like a furry rug, which I've just brought in because I've just been sat on this seat, which obviously this isn't finished yet. It all needs like staining and glossing over kind of thing. Dave has been on with the bed. We've not got the lights in it. It'll make such a difference when we've painted all these walls. You can tell it used to be an old work van. But I've been working on sanding all the paneling down and taking off any kind of like hard resin and wood glue and stuff, because Dave used to have all his shelving units boxed in there for all his tools and his work gear before he retired. So all that has come out, but rather than go spending loads of money on lots of new wood and stuff, we're repurposing the old stuff, because why not? So it'll look totally different when it's painted up. He's put the bed frame in, but he's also made, this is the bottom of the bed, and he's carved this into a shape which I think is rather lovely, and he's stained it, and it's still got some of the original stains off. This is off an old shop. Is it a shop interior or shop front?
Interior, the floorboards inside.
So an old shop in our local town in Ireland, and we think it's over 100 years old.
It is, yeah.
It's
got all the old nails.
So we didn't, yeah, it's got all the old nails in it. Is this?
Yeah.
So here you can see, like little square-headed nails. So Dave didn't want to, he sanded it down, a light sanding, haven't you? But he didn't want to take away all the original stuff. Yeah. And we like it, and he's kind of like, you've oiled over it, haven't you?
Yeah. I put some yacht varnish and some oil on it.
So on the other side, which is going to be where our pillows are, so our headboard, he's also got another piece of wood like this, and he's going to do a similar type headboard there to finish it off. And then I've just volunteered. Whether Dave will let me, I don't know, because he's very particular. He's not really a team player, are you? I volunteered to cut all the slats, remaining slats to size and get them in. But on this side here, he's going to do like is it going to be curved, did you say?
Yeah.
Like a curved shelf kind of, which comes out with compartments going along next to the bed. And here we're going to have like a unit for the kitchen area, because as you can see, I'll just come outside for a second. He's built this, and I love all these cool little indentations he's done, just to give it more character. Of course, this is all going to be stained eventually. Sanded it all down, and he's cut out a unit top. Excuse the two glasses on top. We just felt like celebrating a little bit, didn't we? So he's cut this out, and this is...
It's just 1/2 inch ply, that's all.
So it's half inch ply, so it's scrap wood, which he's got for free.
Yeah, I got it yesterday, so I thought I'll use it.
So he's cut this into a nice shape to give it more character rather than just a square board. And I love all the...
you can see
the pattern and the grain. So it's covered in dust and stuff at the minute, because obviously lots of wood's being cut. That'll all get all sanded and stained again. And on the front, we're going to have 2 cupboard doors. On this side, we're going to put a sink on top, so like a big old jam pot or whatever we can find. Looking for something that we can repurpose, really. And I think no, we're not going to bother with gas.
We're having a cooking stove in the car. Well, we're going to have a stove in the corner, a wood burning stove.
Yeah, so that's going to be over here. Excuse all the tools and the jump leads and stuff, which we just got there at the minute. But in that corner is going to be where there's going to be a wood burning stove. But here we're going to have the sink on top. So this half of the cupboard will be the grey water and the clean water.
Clean water, grey water, yeah. We're going to have a tap with a USB charged sort of like pump on it. You can just charge them with a USB and it's an actual tap.
So you just turn the tap and it automatically pumps it through. Is that how it works?
Put the pump inside a drum of water, turn it on, and I think they last about an hour. But we're having a Blue Yeti sort of charging station here, so that's going to be powering our van.
You're going to cut the front of that out, did you say?
Yeah, I'm going to cut the front of it out. So I'm going to put the charger, the Blue Yeti charger battery bank's going to go inside that, and it's going to be charged off the battery in the van. So when you start the battery up, start the van up, it'll charge the Blue Yeti up. So
you're linking it to the Blue Yeti power bank.
Yeah, and depending on which one we get, you get around 20 hours charge off a full charge. So that's really good. And I've put an extension lead in here, which has got USB chargers on it. So
you can you see? Yeah, it's full of sawdust at the minute, but lots of plug sockets on there.
Yeah, so that'll be our power. So we'll have charging points and sockets and USB there, and we'll have the same on this side here, you know, linked to the kitchen unit.
Because what we plan on doing in the kitchen is, rather than having a standard like hob or, you know, all the usual stuff, we're going to have the sink, like we say, on one side, and on the other side then we'll cook with either an air fryer or we've got the, you know, like the, it's not a jet boil, what are they called? What are they called?
What's that?
You know, like your camping ones, aren't they? What's it called?
Well,
like a transier type thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're just trying to think ahead. We'll be, obviously, when we're out in the van, we're going to be very organised.
Less things go wrong when you've got it simple.
We've had it all before, haven't it? We had a fully fledged coach built motorhome, which was fantastic. We didn't use half the stuff in it.
And then we had a camper van, a great big camper, an old Mercedes.
An old Vario, wasn't it?
It had a Victron charger, it had batteries and all the lights, and it had everything, solar panels. But this time we're not going to go. We don't need solar panels because we'll charge the Blue Yeti off the battery.
We just think you can do it a lot more simpler.
There's just less things to go wrong, to be fair, and less things to carry. You don't have to carry big lead acid or lithium batteries, and you know they're very expensive. We'll spend the money on a Blue Yeti, you know, a power bank. So.
Yeah.
And the lights that were going in the ceiling, I'm going to cut out and put the lights, you know, fixed with magnets. And we've got them in the house, and they last about 4 or 5 hours.
So they're just the USB chargeable lights, but
you get different colours. We've got remote controls for them. We've got them in the house, and we're just going to have them in here. So whenever they go flat, we'll just plug them into our power station and charge them back up again.
We did look into the way that everyone else thinks to do the vans, with obviously all the electrics and the wires and cables. Yeah. But like we said, we've done all that before, and this is the very first van build we've ever done. So we just thought, well, make it easy and make it simple.
Things don't go wrong with them.
Exactly. You know, we keep seeing all the reviews on lots of van life channels about Blue Yetis and Jackeries and you know other unbranded ones, which are just as good, no doubt, and. You know, half the time when you're out and you're travelling, you know, you might eat food when you're out, you might go for a meal, but it's just about planning. I'll know what I'm cooking for tea that day, and I'll probably just need an air fryer and prepare a bit of whatever on the side, and there you go.
Because we used to live on a boat, we've got a little generator, a little Honda 2 kVA generator, so we'll have that on board as well. Yeah,
so if we're in an area where we do need a boost of, you know, energy, or we need to charge up the Blue Yeti or whatever.
Run an air fryer, we can just plug it into the generator. It's a little silent generator, and it's a great little thing. That lasts about 7 hours off you know, full tank of petrol.
We was also thinking, do you know, if something went wrong with your electrics, it's a case of if you've done all your panelling and everything, you've got to start ripping stuff off, trying to find the source of the issue.
So we've none of that.
Yeah.
You know, I've left 3 lights for the van, which when you open the doors, we can have them switched on. So when they open the doors, they'll just come on for a minute and then go off. Give us a minute to, get inside, and then we can just get our remote control and switch on.
That's it. So we're just sat here at the minute. And
I've just put this on today, so we've got a worktop.
Yeah, we've got the worktop on, and I just said, let's treat ourselves and have a little glass of fizz. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. And it's it's not a summer's evening. It feels summer after the weather we've had.
Well, we've been at it 3 weeks, I think, non-stop, about 15 days up to now.
Yeah.
And so far we've insulated the floor, we've done all the walls, done the ceiling.
But that's 15 days, like solid days.
Non-stop.
Dave's retired. I've retired. We're privileged position to be in. So this has been your kind of like daily new project, your job, hasn't it? You've been coming out and cracking on.
Yeah. Pottering about.
And I've been cracking the whip saying, come on, I want to get away in it. So that's where we're up to. So yeah, I do like this hatch through. And we've already noticed when we're out just driving in the van how quiet the van is, and also how it's retaining heat.
Yeah.
To be fair, even though it looks lovely outside, it's really, really cold. And
2 degrees, I think.
I've actually got gloves on. Dave's got his hat on, so that's saying something. But it's lovely and warm in here.
Yeah.
So yeah, little update for you. Still plenty to do, but maybe the next time we bring you back, maybe the slats on the bed will be done. Maybe Dave would have made a start on the overhead shelves and cabinets.
I'll start it tomorrow. That
I can't wait to paint these walls, because I think as soon as these walls are painted, it'll look completely different. But there's no point in doing that until obviously all the sawdust is out the way and all that kind of business. So that's where we're up to. Okay. Anyway, we'll leave you to it. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Why not join us next time as we focus on bed frames and all things cupboard love. Stick around to find out if Dave is in the doghouse.